Good afternoon, this is Evan with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection on an architectural asphalt shingle roof. And I wanted to point out a few things to share in this video as I carry out the inspection. First thing here, as I said, this is an architectural asphalt shingle roof. And there is at least one roof plane that has 2 layers. And what I mean by that is there was an overlay installed, which means you don't actually tear off and replace the roof. You just put a new layer of shingle over the top. You can see the original material here, different color obviously. And so at least this section has multiple layers. Architectural asphalt shingle roofs usually have a lifespan of 20 to 25 years. Overlays have a lifespan of 15 to 20. And the other thing I'm noticing immediately is just the amount of granule loss on this roof plane. And you have a lot of exposed fiberglass over here. So as the sun beats down on the roof over time, those oils evaporate, the granules deplete, and it will slide off the roof. As you can see, a lot of that material has fallen off this course of shingle here. And then naturally will flow to the lowest level, and you can just see massive amounts of granules that have built up in this flat section here. After enough granule loss occurs, you have fiberglass that is being exposed. So that's that shiny stuff that you see here. Once fiberglass is exposed, just like this here, you can see all the shiny material. The waterproofing capability of the home is greatly affected. And so what I noticed along with this is you have multiple patches where new shingle has been placed around it. You can see the difference in material here and here. You can see difference in material on this shingle and this shingle. And I'll go over here as well. So this is the old, this is the new. And then even on this roof plane, you have the same thing. You have old material and then you have patchwork surrounding it. So what I imagine is that the material of the shingle on this roof plane here and here got to a condition that was worse enough and severe enough where they had to patch it up. And then you have a lot of the material on this front side that is really beginning to deteriorate. You can see that granule loss. Imagine these are the original, these are definitely the original penetrations here as well. On these penetrations, you can just see the crack in the seal. This is an area where water can potentially get through into the home here. So these penetrations are definitely the original material. And then over time, you do have the vents that were replaced with a newer whirlybird vent. You can see how the flashing is in much newer condition. And the last thing I wanted to point out on this roof is just how loose the material is in a lot of the different areas. And what that means is if the material is loose, that just means the adhesion is completely worn out here. You can see some areas are sturdy and still well adhered. And other areas have come loose. You can see that the adhesion has gone out. Like in this area, for example, you can see this coming up. And then this course of shingle is coming up way too easily. The adhesion has completely gone out here. So I really shouldn't be able to do this. As you can see, this one is still adhered. This one here, but this course has gone out. And you've had repairs here with mastic around the valley to cover this up here. Start to see how loose this is. And you also have a mastic repair around this whirlybird penetration here. On this front side, you can just see how loose this material is. I mean, really this entire shingle course can be lifted up completely. The material is just withering away, as you can see. And so parts of the roof and the shingle is still well adhered. but there's just massive amounts that are too easy to lift up. And so the concern there is that as the roof starts to get weaker over time and keep aging, wind-driven rain will find its way into the home much easier as it starts to fail. And here's one more example on this side of the roof. You can just see. So the roof has had multiple repairs, multiple patch-ups and tune-ups over time. And based on my observations, this roof is on the very last leg of its life, already with multiple failure points. And so in my professional recommendation and based on my observations, the roof has 3 more years left of life on it, 5 years if this home is lucky. But my recommendation is to have a full roof replacement project. The roof has failed in too many spots, and it is much better to be proactive than to wait until water leaks inside the home. So when we come out, we're going to come out and tear off this roof all the way down to the wood decking, address any bad wood that has been significantly compromised by wood rot, dry rot, or termites, rejuvenate the structural integrity of the roof with fresh wood, install our synthetic underlayment over the top, and install new Owens Corning Duration Cool shingle over the underlayment. We'll be installing a brand new 2-inch drip edge around the entire perimeter. We'll be deleting the old Whirlybird vents with updated O'Hagan ventilation, reseal all penetrations, install new flashings as necessary. Make sure that we dispose of all this granules here. Instead of doing torch down as the flat roofing mechanism, we would do TPO. And once we fully replace this roof, it'll be in fantastic shape for the foreseeable future.